All right. Hey, you guys. Oh my gosh, I am so absolutely excited. We have our creator of To Be Mindset on our call today, Ilana Muhlstein, and she is going to make sure that you understand this program and hear the heart and soul behind it. And I think what's really super cool is that I had the amazing pleasure, Laura Collier and I did. So, Laura, I don't know where
Hi,
you
I
are.
see
If you want
Laura.
to
Hi.
wave, yeah. You can, Laura and I were in the coach test group with Ilana and worked so closely with her in this program. So it's so cool that we get to, bring her to you guys today and you're able to learn more and get her vibe because we absolutely fell in love with Ilana. And I have to say this too is that Ilana, like, Laura was somebody that has changed so much, and I've seen her light come back so much within her because of this program. And so, like, from one friend to another, like, I feel like you brought Laura back to life. Like, it's so cool.
I
And
put it
I don't
down.
know if she would say that to you guys, but, it's been such an amazing thing. And you guys, as you come on to, if you want to make sure that you mute your lines as well, and I can manage the participants here in a second, but make sure you mute your lines so we don't have a lot of background noise going on in the call today as well. I know it's a busy time of the day for everybody and you have a lot going on, but I want to ask you to focus and really listen in and take it all in today. You see Ilana here today, you guys. She is a registered nutrition dietitian, and this is one of the highest rankings you can have in the field of nutrition. You guys, she's so amazing and so cool. She's taken what she's learned from her nutritionist, from her background and her history of losing 100 pounds in her life, and she's put it together in this program for us. And we are so privileged to be able to take this program and with her coach our clients and participants and coaches through this program. It's going to be groundbreaking and life-changing. And I hope that today you guys walk away from this call and you have a greater understanding and knowledge of the To Be mindset. And you can see how this is going to be something that fits into your business and also into your lives. And so on today's call, Ilana is going to explain this to you. She's going to help you learn a little bit more about her. And then we're also going to be able to field some questions and go over some big talking points that you guys may have at the end as well. So as she's talking, you guys feel free to put questions in the chat box. That's something that we might have time to be able to address at the end. Hopefully that we can. And so we'll just get to that at the end of the call today. All right, Ilana, let's take it over, sister.
And I see, hi, Amy. So good to see you too. Yay. I'm so thankful that some of your fellow friends here got. If you guys, maybe didn't see or read anything about me, but yeah, I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist. I've had lots of credible schooling in the field of nutrition, and I'm very proud of that. But a lot of you will see that a lot of my background and expertise on weight loss is not just from academia, but it's also from my personal experience of losing 100 pounds and keeping it off. So, and working with, thousands of others to do it too. So that's really what, the To Be Mindset's all about. It's kind of how I, brought together just what I find is just the happiest approach to weight loss, the most sustainable, the most sensible, the most livable, because I was actually 100 pounds overweight, even just as a kid. I was only like 8 years old when my parents told me I needed to start dieting, when my doctor sent me to weight loss camp. I literally would go to like fat camp every summer, while my friends were, doing other probably more fun things. So weight has always been a big struggle for me. I, gained a lot of weight in my early childhood, I probably due to my parents getting divorced, moving around a ton, a lot of instability in my home, and food was just always a really big source of comfort. So I have a very deep understanding and relationship with emotional eating. And I think we all do. I really think like some people are ashamed to admit that they are emotional eaters, but I really have found that we all eat for emotional reasons, sometimes because we're stressed, even just for celebrating. Like, it's like, it's a birthday party. I deserve this, or I get that. And it's kind of like we have like this very strong emotional relationship with food. And one of the cool things with the To Be mindset is not only will you lose a lot of weight, because this is a really effective weight loss program. So you'll lose a lot of weight. You'll help, others lose a lot of weight. that they have to lose too, but you also start to unravel a lot of those maybe just unhealthy behaviors and associations you've had with food in the past, and get into just a healthier place with your mindset, your body, your weight loss moving forward. And that's what really the best part of this program is. That's why it stays off. So one thing is like when you could expect when you do this program, not only will you lose weight happily in a way that feels very empowering and fulfilling, but you will also have all the tools to really be able to keep it off once you get to your goal weight.
That's awesome. So, Ilana, I think that a lot of people are wondering who To Be Mindset is for, because right now a lot of our coaches and a lot of our clients are in the midst of doing, 80-day obsession, and they're focused on this amazing fitness program and getting amazing results. So they're like, well, so who is this program for? Who's it going to be the best fit for?
Yeah. And by the way, I really hope, I know like you guys are all coaches. So of course you have that coach mentality of like, this is a program I'm going to sell, but I really, 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 really hope and encourage that all of you really take the time to do it yourselves, because this program really is for everyone. I mean, interestingly enough, like when we were first talking about Beachbody, like it's extremely effective for weight loss. So whether you have to lose 5 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 150 pounds, anyone who needs to lose weight, this program is for them, which is very fitting for today's climate in which 2/3 of America is either overweight or obese. So it is clearly this is going to help a lot of people who have to lose weight. But interestingly enough, like as Erin has seen, there've been a lot of people who've done the coach test group who are just like fit, trim coaches who didn't feel like they had any weight to lose, and didn't have to lose any weight, but still found that they just wildly improved their relationship with food in the process. And even though they might have been thin and fit, they were still in this like negative swing of, oh, I overate last night, so I should do a double workout. Or I can't believe I had that. I was so bad. And like that really gets figured out, and something of your past when you do the To Be Mindset, you realize like you just relieve, like there's no more like guilty eating or binging or any of those things that everyone really needs to overcome, whether you have weight to lose or not. So definitely this program will probably be marketed as a weight loss program because it's incredible for weight loss. But even if you know of someone or are someone who finds like you probably are in shape, but you could use a lot of unwinding and relieving and maybe a breath of fresh air approach to how you eat and how you live your life, and this program could be very helpful for you too. So, I think anyone who is 18 to 75, people who like to exercise, people who don't. This is a great program for people that you are or work with who don't want to exercise. It's not required. You can lose a lot of weight doing this program without exercising. And then people who are exercising a lot but aren't seeing the results they want because their eating isn't in a great place. It's great for people with eating restrictions. If someone's vegan, they can do this program. If someone is gluten-free, if they're dairy-free, if they love all food, if they love no food, this is a very flexible program that really attracts and accommodates every kind of person.
I love that you said that, because I really found, and I know Laura could say this too, that we felt so much freedom. We just felt so free, and there was so much freedom, and it was a breath of fresh air. I think that's so incredibly true. And it was also fun. We were having fun in the kitchen. We still are. We're still sending each other like fun little ideas, so we can still enjoy our favorite things, but in a new, healthy way. And it's just been so much fun. And It has been easy for me to couple it with fitness. It's one of those things too. So I think that everybody's like, okay, so can you tell us what you can about this program before the launch? What is it? Can you go into about
that? So it's very cool because I have a private practice in Beverly Hills, and I teach weight loss classes and seminars at UCLA. And the coolest thing is this program, working with Beachbody has been an absolute dream because they kind of have this incredible ability to make you feel like Shanti is in your living room, like yelling in your ear. And you have like a personal trainer right by your side. So it's going to be that same sort of experience, in that it's all video based. So, it's going to feel like you are literally in my office in Beverly Hills, getting the equivalent of about 20 private sessions with me in a video format, which is super cool. The videos are really informative. They're short. Some people might want to watch them all at once. You might want to tailor them through, but you'll go by your own style. And I recommend watching them over and over again, because they're short, but they're jam-packed with amazing information, and they touch on everything. So basically it's really going through the fundamental principles of how I recommend you look at food in a very super sensible and simple way. How to break down your meals, how to go to restaurants and still lose weight and keep your weight off, how to travel, how to go to events, how to go to parties. What if it's a daytime birthday party for your kid versus a nighttime cocktail hour? Like, we really addressed kind of like any sort of stumbling block, curveball that you might experience in your weight loss process and journey. There's really a video for that. Like, what if you don't cook and you like to order in takeout? How to order Japanese, Chinese, Thai. I mean, like, literally there's a video of me just with a stack of menus going through, all right, let's order from a diner. And like, so it's really, really, really accessible. There's a video showing you how to set up your kitchen, me just running through a grocery store, like, which is such an added value that even my private clients who pay 3 times as much for one session as this program will probably be in total, like, don't even have. So this program will come with like amazing videos. It comes with recipes, and then it's going to come with like all sorts of just tools and added resources to ensure that you guys are best reaching your success and your goals. So it's really, Beachbody is incredibly just genius at putting together unbelievable tools and resources. So I'm so thankful that we were able to put together a really, really, really exciting and effective package for you guys.
So how many videos do we get with you, Ilana? Like, how many videos are people going to get?
So a lot of the information is going to be shared at Super Saturday, but we could share some exclusive information now if it's okay. But I think it's about, total like over 30 videos, which includes recipes and also just understanding every aspect of how you're going to live with the 2B mindset everywhere you go, so you can lose this weight effectively and also ensure that you're keeping it off. So you guys are going to be amazed at how many questions that you're going to have at the start. Like, is she ever going to address this? And then like, boom, the next video will be like perfectly answering your question. So luckily we started running test groups for this program over a year ago. So we really got to see like what questions come up, what people need at different points of this program. Like, what do they need in month 3 and 4 to like keep them motivated and on track to keep losing weight? Because if you have 50, 60, 70 pounds to lose, like, it's going to take a couple of months to really tackle it all off. And I really think Lara, myself, Caitlin, like the rest of Beachbody, I think we did a really good job at kind of putting together an amazing product to help people really have an answer and solution to all those hiccups, struggles, doubts that you may have.
Mm-hmm. And I know in your video that you it's like the 7 or 8 minute video that it's like who meet Ilana, that video that's on Beachbody. And you talk a lot about emotional eating. And I know that a lot of my coaches, when I say emotional eating or, food addictions or things like that, like are kind of the buzzwords, but also real and people are struggling with. Is that something that you're going to take us in your office and you're going to be able to work through with us as well?
It's so interesting. Like you say, it's like a buzzword topic when I've actually have never seen another big commercial weight loss program or anything that's ever dared to hit it full on. I think that's like really the big difference of just like this program is just so different. Like, you guys are going to want to compare it to something else you may have heard before, but you'll see after doing this for a week or two, it's like really like nothing else. In that it is going to feel very real, very approachable, very sensible, very like sustainable. And And also just because I lived it, like I created it, but it's also like through living it and through having these battles and struggles myself. So, I mean, emotional eating is one of those things there. We're definitely going to address it. There's definitely materials to address it full on, but it's kind of, I'd say, yes, we address it, but it's also one of those things that happen almost as like a byproduct of learning the program and practicing. It really sorts itself out. So some people will do the test group 3-4 months. They'll be down, 35 pounds and they'll be feeling amazing. And then they'll write in our test group, oh, I just, my kid went into the hospital last night and I found myself emotional eating. But it's okay because I'm accountable to it. I'm aware of it. I'm using all the 2B mindset principles to help me like really unravel it. And sometimes people will feel like surprised that they still undergo emotional eating several months in the program. And I always say, like, you didn't develop your relationship with food overnight. It's something that started since we were literally like out of the womb. Like it's our relationship with food is long coming. So it's not going to be like in a week, you're going to no longer crave any of your comfort foods. You're going to no longer be tempted by emotional eating and things like that, because obviously Christmas will bring its things and life struggles and curveballs will continue to present itself. But with the 2B mindset, you will have every tool to help you overcome these things, prevent them, and really help you like become aware of them, and identify them so you can better conquer them and gain control of these things for the future. So they'll happen less often, they'll happen less frequently, and they'll happen with a greater sense of control and expectation and resolve moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Can I also just add something? Sorry, on the emotional eating side, and it's nice that you brought up the fact that a lot of your, people, struggle with it. Because I feel like, and I don't know if you were on the call the other day, the coach group, but when Ilana got off, somebody was like, well, how's Carl, what is the positioning? What's the, company perspective on this program? And I sort of, revealed, that I felt like Carl, seems to gravitate to the emotional eating aspect of this program because it really solves for emotional eating. And from my perspective, like what I'm here in New York with Caitlin, and, we've worked with Ilana and so many people in LA to develop this program, but we've both struggled with our weight for years. And I've struggled with like nighttime eating, like 25 years, like literally eating after dinner in the middle of the night. And you'll learn, one of Ilana's, we call them Ilana-isms or catchphrases. And it literally, from eating disorder therapists and regular therapists and mindset books, and like nothing ever helped, like that I've ever done ever helps. And it's just like, she said one thing and it's like, oh my God, like nighttime eating just like stopped dead in its tracks. Mm-hmm. And but what the point about the emotional eating is that she never says, I'm going to solve your emotional eating issue. She never talks about it. It just happened. And I don't even know how to explain it other than you guys should be excited. But like, she doesn't have to say it. She doesn't have to shove it down your throat. You don't have to be saying, pushing it, because I think it scares people who are really, really overweight. Men will be like, I'm not an emotional eater, and everyone will say they're not an emotional eater. But she has a beautiful, and I remember the very first time she was in New York and she's interviewing us, explaining how the program works. And I'm like, how are you going to deal with emotional eating? How are you going to deal with emotional eating? Because I was thinking from my perspective, how is she going to help me? And she's like, I never really talk about it. It just kind of happens. And I never knew what she meant. But the tools, the strategies, the awareness, it just seamlessly, naturally helps people, and discover that so much of their eating and weight loss struggles is emotionally based. And it's just a beautiful, I don't know how she did it, other than she was there herself and had to figure out a way to deal with it. But
well, from my point of view, I really think here, I don't know, we have someone over here that's unmuted, but from my point of view, you guys, I just feel like Ilana taught us how to think about food. And so when you were having that feeling or that struggle, you actually were pausing for a second and saying, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why do I want to eat right now? And you were able to address it with the tools that she gives you. And I think that is what is so amazing, is that mindset is she's going to you're going to have her voice in your head, when you're making decisions. And I think that's what's really cool, is she's teaching us how to make some decisions, make our decisions towards what we're eating, and give you the philosophy and the principles that's going to allow you to make some really great decisions. So
yeah, it's honestly, it's almost impossible, like without the 2B mindset. Like I know that's a pretty extreme thing, but like without this program, like if you're just living in our country and our society today, it's almost impossible not to have a negative mindset towards food, because every media piece and every neighbor and every person at church and every person at your kid's school is all talking about what diet they're doing and how bad they are and how big of a cheat day they're having today and how guilty they feel, or how it's like everyone is just in such a, there's like this like negative fog of about food these days, and it's really unfortunate. And so this program has a very very positive approach. Everything is positive. You're never going to hear me say no. You're never going to have, I'm never going to cut anything out. So like, you don't have to feel like you need to like binge like crazy the week before starting this program. Like you might have thought, you know, going into another program, everything is still included. You're still going to be able to have all your comfort foods and still lose weight. You're just going to change the way you see it. So it's like, it's just a more positive, friendly, approachable, like way of viewing your food, your body, that really helps you release emotional weight tied to food and also physical weight as well.
Yeah. And I mean, I know Laura and I started this program right before Thanksgiving. You know, we went through the holidays and birthdays and this and that, and we were still like, we got it, you know, we were able to lose weight throughout those times, and it was awesome, you know. So I think that's what's going to be so empowering for people as they walk into these situations that are so filled with so many temptations, and you're teaching us how to view those temptations and what to do to prepare for it, and how to make the best decision when you're there and still feel good the next day. You know,
I love that we started your test group when we did, because I mean, as you all know, like from doing programs, people always think like you have to be perfect and then you're thrown off, and then you feel like you're thrown so off. And it's so like silly when people think like they have to start January 1st or you have to start on Mondays. You know, with this program, you're going to see that like you can lose weight over Thanksgiving, you can lose weight over Christmas. And like, thankfully we've been running test groups starting at every point, because the people who started January 1st thought like they were in the clear. And then like the next week is the Super Bowl, like where it's like everyone's talking about wings and everyone's talking about subs and beer. And then all of a sudden we had a test group start February 1st. They thought they were in the clear. And then all of a sudden it's like Valentine's Day and everyone's sending them chocolates. And now we have Easter, which should be about bunnies and carrots, but instead it's like ridiculous. And so it's like there's always a curveball. We can't wait for perfect to get a positive mindset and lose our weight. So this program really will help you realize that you don't have to have every perfect condition in set. You don't have to meal prep for 4,000 hours on Sunday nights or make sure that it's like January 1st. Like, you know, this program will really show you how you can toss all of those ideas out the window. And even if you have a slow metabolism, even if you don't know how to cook, even if you have a very stressful job or family, or you can and will still be able to lose weight and get hold of just a healthy way of life. So I think that's really an important component of this program. And I think your test group especially helps reinforce that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, okay. So we're going to get all these awesome videos. Are you able to share with the coaches, like what other like products or consumables or what we're getting or what we're able to get when we get the 2B mindset? Can you go into that?
A lot of that will be addressed in the Super Saturday information. That's when you'll start to like really be able to like see all the tools and everything. But if you looked at the the sizzle reel, we're going to have an app, hopefully. It's definitely not ready yet, but when it's ready, I think everyone will really enjoy it. And there's a lot of great tools and materials to come. So definitely attend Super Saturday if you can, or be on the lookout, because that's when you'll actually get a good visual of what the whole package is going to look like.
Yeah, the FAQ says a water bottle, so that's always fun. We always love getting new water bottles, right?
This is not like any other water bottle.
Oh, okay.
That's why I really want you to see it to understand why. Because especially those who are in the test group, like Amy, Laura, and Erin, like you'll really appreciate this one.
We're going to be really excited. Okay, good. I can't wait to see it. That's so fun. Okay, so can you tell us too, just, I don't know, you're speaking to a bunch of coaches right now. And so, what are some tips that you have for our coaches that can really just help get started with this and wrap their heads around like where they can meet people where they are now to get them ready for this program? Or what do you think coaches should be doing to get ready for the program? Because I know everybody's excited, like they can't wait to get their hands on it and dig in and do it themselves, but like what can we do right now in your—
That's a great question. That's a great question. You know, I was just telling the other group, and I think I put a video up on your group, like I always say successful people leave crumbs. So study what your fellow amazing coaches are doing here who have been, you know, doing the 2B mindset, who feel so happy, like what, I don't know, any sort of positive state you could get in your mindset. Like someone messaged me on Instagram today, because on Instagram I post a lot of different like things, and someone messaged me, what should I, and that she knows that I post a lot of vegetables because I like to eat a lot of veggies. And someone posted me like, what do I do to prepare for the 2B mindset if I hate veggies? And I responded to her, start changing your mindset from I hate veggies, because I think that the H word is just really negative, and I feel like it's like really strong and negative, especially when it's talking about something that like we're designed to eat. So I said, why don't you change your mindset from going from I hate veggies to I haven't found any veggies I love yet. Like, I think like, and it doesn't have to be about vegetables, doesn't have to be, but I think just like starting to change your mindset and overcoming whatever excuses you've told yourself in the past. I think a lot of people have done our test group and they say things like, I had PCOS, or my doctor told me I have low thyroid, or I have a bad metabolism, and I always thought I couldn't lose weight, and this program taught me I can lose weight. And like one thing I'll tell you all is that I've worked with thousands of people now, and I've never met someone from day one who was like, I have a great metabolism, I should be able to lose a lot of weight, so please just show me how to do that. Like everyone comes to me, everyone believes that they can't lose weight, everyone believes that they're going to gain it back, everyone believes that they can't do this because their situation is harder, or their history has showed them that they always gain it back and all this stuff. And honestly, we really aren't the stories we keep telling ourselves. So I really will tell you that this program is so different. Even if you've never had success losing weight with something in the past and keeping it off, this program is different. This program really will give you all those solutions so you can. So I think even before doing this program, it's a good idea to just start believing and trusting and getting excited that this program can be the end of your weight loss struggles. This program can be that solution that like you were always wanted the thing to drop the last 10 pounds, or your stubborn muffin top, or the thing to get you feeling more confident, or to drop to that size that you were maybe at high school graduation or when you got married or whatever it is. Like just start changing your mindset into a positive place and believing that you can do this and you will do this, because you probably will with this program. I mean, we've really tested this out on like about 400 people now, and the results are incredible. And Beachbody Corporate has even said, like, these are some of the best results they've gotten from test groups ever. These are the longest running test groups, like showing that it's not only effective, but it's sustainable. So please just go into this with at least that trusting, open mind, and getting your head and wrapping your head around that, because I think that is a very positive and productive thing you could be doing in this next month.
Well, and I also think that our coaches should be following you on Instagram and watching your stories. I mean, honestly, because they're going to learn more about you. And I think too, what I'm saying is look at her. I'm going to get to bring her to you, and we're going to do this together. You know, that's kind of my mindset. I'm going to be able to bring a nutritionist to you. I'm going to be able to bring someone to you that's going to help you like experience these awesome weight loss results long term, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be your coach by your side that's going to make sure that you follow through and answer any questions that you have. So that's kind of my mindset too. And you guys, like, I think anything that you, like Ilana was saying, breadcrumb, you know, that you're so excited to start this new program. You're so excited to work with a nutritionist, you know, to be able to virtually go into her office and get her lessons and have a new voice and head in your ear that's going to help you, like when you're in those difficult situations. I think that is absolutely something, you know, that we can do as well, because you're going to get that from Ilana. It's going to be amazing, you guys. Okay. So Ilana, like, what else do you think that we need to know before we like start answering any questions? And coaches, like, you guys put some questions in the chat box too, because, and Ilana, like, how much more time do you have, girl? Like,
I have a minute. I'd love to answer some questions.
Okay.
I'd say one other question that kept coming up is like, how long will this take? That was a big question a lot of coaches have been having, is like, how long is this program? Because most Beachbody programs like even have times in the titles themselves, like 80-day obsession, 21-day fix, 3-week yoga retreat. So I think as a Beachbody coach, you're very used to like a time, formed program, and this like doesn't have one. And that's because, everyone's in a different place. Like some people have done this test group with 10 pounds to lose and they thought it would take a while. And after month 1, they're like, I can't believe how fast I got to my goal weight. Like, all right, now I'm in maintenance mode. And like, they continue to, the coolest thing about the 2B mindset is once you have it and you get it and you learn it, you have it forever. So no one can really take that away from you. And like, you will always kind of look at things differently in a positive way. So that's why the weight does stay off. But like, I think it's important to also just start setting up your expectations, because like if you have 100 pounds to lose, and we've had I think 2 people in our test groups already lose 100 pounds. And like, obviously that wasn't a 1-month program. You know what I mean? Like it was under a year that it took to get that, which is beyond impressive and incredible, especially because it was sustainable. But I think just already like set yourself up with the expectation that you can gain this weight overnight. You're not going to lose weight overnight, all of it overnight. And the approach to this program, I will say the big differentiator between this program and I think any other weight loss program like I've really ever seen or heard people do, is the one principle that keeps coming up and we keep seeing in the test groups over and over again, which is such a big differentiator from anything else I've seen, is that it gets easier with time and people actually lose more weight with time. So there's a big myth in a lot of, weight loss, mindsets and programs that like it gets harder, or that you lose a lot of weight in the beginning, but then it tapers off, or then you plateau. And this program is actually keeps showing the opposite, that, that people usually lose the same, if not more weight in month 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think it's really interesting to start wrapping your head around that you will, the more effort you put into this in the beginning, the more effortless it becomes and the more weight you can lose moving forward. So unlike other programs where you may like see, like if you've done like a grapefruit diet or something, or a cabbage soup diet or something like silly like that in the past, where you lost like 20 pounds in a week, but then like you saw it was water weight and it all came back on. Like, just know this program is a little bit different. You're going to pace yourself a little bit differently, because even if it's, just a couple of pounds a month or whatever it is, you're going to realize like every pound you lose will be permanent, will have been approached with a really positive mindset and style. So I think that's good to know, is that like, it's not a necessarily 3-week program. It's not a 3-month program. It's really however long you need to be following it to keep losing the weight that you need to lose, and have all the tools you have to keep it off. So.
Absolutely. Well, and because Stephanie Richardson and I were talking about this, like it's like we're going to be creating communities of people doing this program with us, where it's not just like a 30-day, you're in, you're out, move forward. It's like, this is a lifestyle that we're going to be introducing people to. So it's more of creating this community around the 2B mindset that we're going to be able to do, of people of all ages, and everything is going to be so, so incredible. So
I just saw an article today that of a man writing, I plan on doing keto for life. And it was like an article like published by the Daily Mail or something. And I almost like chuckled inside. And I don't know if any of you are doing that program. I definitely don't recommend it. You'll see the 2B mindset is a lot simpler than keto and safer, in my opinion, as a dietitian. But like he wrote this thing, like, I plan on doing keto for life. And I'm thinking in my head, like, if you showed this to any kidney doctor, the kidney doctor would tell you, like, there's a point where like your kidneys can't even withstand a diet like that. So, like this is a very sensible program. I want you guys to know that this is something you can and will want to develop and work into just a sustainable lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. So we do have a couple of questions. One of them from Lisa. She's wondering about calorie brackets. So do we have calorie brackets with this program?
No. No. So you're not going to be counting calories, or really like you'll use them maybe as like a reference for making better choices. And one aspect of the program that I was just talking to Lara about that, like, I think is important, is that you're going to feel so much more empowered in the grocery store. You'll be able to like read food labels and kind of understand them in such a smarter way. But you're not going to be calorie counting at all. You're not going to be divided up into brackets. Everyone's different. Like what I've seen in my weight loss and working with so many people is that everyone's different. Everyone has different metabolism. Everyone has different lifestyles. So this is one of the coolest parts about this program, is that I'm not really prescribing you any sort of thing. It's very self-directed. So I'll give you like the guidelines and tools so you can lose the most weight, but it's really you who's going to decide what your breakfast is, what your lunches are, what your dinners are that make the most sense for you, your lifestyle, what you enjoy, your cultural connections to, what's easy for you. So there's no like prescribed meal plan. There's no prescribed bucket of like, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours, because every person will have to develop their own kind of system.
And I remember that being a little like, at first we're like, what? You're not going to tell us what to eat? You know, and that was something that, what I meant by the freedom. I was able to make the decisions for myself, and it was really cool. This is a question, maybe it's more for Lara, but the coaches are asking about, is this digital only, or are there any kind of videos? I don't know if Lara heard me say that or ask that question. Maybe, no, she didn't hear me.
Lara, I think the question.
I heard there was a question for me, but I missed what the question was.
I know. That's okay, girl. That's all right. So is this going to be only digitally available to people, or are we going to have like the videos on a DVD or anything like that?
No DVDs at launch.
Okay.
So sad. I love DVDs, but yeah. Yeah. No DVDs at launch.
Okay.
That might change, but it seemed like there was not enough demand.
Right.
For DVDs in general.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And then we do have another question, maybe the last question, noticing the time. So Ilana, can you address exercise? Like we're, Beachbody, right? And is that something that you can address at this time with the 2B mindset, how exercise fits into this?
So if you're someone who loves to exercise and you're someone who like does PIO regularly or a workout program regularly and you love it, you'll continue doing it, of course. But then again, if you have customers who don't like exercise or resistant to exercise, they could also do this program and lose a lot of weight without doing it. So the answer to that question is like exercise is encouraged but not enforced with the program. So, I actually... I was 100 pounds overweight, and I've actually always exercised a little bit or like did some treadmill or did whatever, go to this, step aerobics class. Like I've always tried to exercise. But one thing I noticed in my own personal weight loss and working with others is that it's a great tool for maintaining your weight loss and for feeling good and feeling in a positive mindset, but you really got to focus on your food for weight loss. And food really is everything. And I've always said that exercise is extra credit. So if you are an exerciser, absolutely you'll continue exercising. But if you're not someone who loves exercise and your food is really all over the map, I really recommend you take time to focus on the 2B mindset, really get that in a good place. And then slowly what happens is actually the opposite. So a lot of you are like, oh my God, but we have so many Beachbody programs that I always promote. And I want to let you know it almost works the opposite way. This is something I've approached with my own personal clients in private practice, is like people will tell me they want to lose weight, but they don't want to work out. They don't have time to work out. They don't have the resources to work out. They're really busy. They have an injury, all these things. And I say, don't even worry. You can lose so much weight with 2B mindset. Just focus on that. And then it's interesting, like that same person will tell me, like, once they lose like 20 pounds, they start telling me, oh, I tried this class, or, oh, I went to this class, or, oh, I did this. And I'll be like, what? And they'll be like, yeah, I don't even know who I am anymore. Like, I love to exercise. And it's because like, once you get off those outer layers and you feel so confident in your skin and you feel so empowered along the way, you start to want to test what your body can do, and get really motivated and feel really sexy and encouraged to exercise. So it's not something that like, from day one you have to do, you're encouraged to do. If you like it, you'll continue to do it. But if you don't, or you're hesitant, or you have customers who have injuries or don't want to claim they don't have time to, like, it's totally fine as well. They can absolutely lose a lot of weight, feel really good doing this program, and will likely come back to you and be like, okay, now that I lost all this weight, like what Beachbody workout program do you think I should do? And that usually happens.
I love that answer. I love it. So you said exercise is extra credit. And I think that's fun because it brings the fun back to our fitness as well. And then last question is that I know that we have a lot of coaches and I know you yourself are expecting. Is this a program that we can talk to you about, like, and you would recommend to anyone who's expecting or who's pregnant?
Yeah, I'm actually 8 months pregnant now. And I know that this question keeps coming up because I'm almost positive this is like the Beachbody demographic now, are women around baby making time. If you are pregnant or are expecting, I wouldn't say get this program and start it. It's a weight loss program. So it's a very effective weight loss program too. So it wouldn't be appropriate for someone to follow to a T doing while pregnant, because you shouldn't be losing weight while pregnant. But I definitely am a big proponent of having a healthy pregnancy, of having a healthy weight gain throughout a pregnancy, not an excessive amount of weight gain. And I do think while this isn't appropriate to start when you are expecting, it's a great thing to do if you plan on getting pregnant in a year. So it's a good idea to attain a positive mindset, get to a really good healthy weight before getting pregnant. And then you'll be able to infuse a lot of that positive mindset throughout your pregnancy so you have a healthier pregnancy. So I don't think this is appropriate for someone if you are pregnant, but if you're expecting to be pregnant in the future, or you're losing your baby weight from the past baby and planning for a better, then this will definitely be appropriate for you. So I'd like to say this program is great if you lost a lot of weight doing this program and then you get pregnant down the line. You'll probably have a much healthier next pregnancy, which we've actually tested and seen because we've had about 15 pregnant women in our test group so far who've said they've had much healthier pregnancies because of it. But it's not something you would do. You wouldn't get this and start it while pregnant. For now, maybe
right.
That might be.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think it does promote that healthy food mindset while you're pregnant to be able to thrive during your pregnancy. Absolutely. Well, I think that is all the questions that we have. Ilana, girl, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. I'm just so excited that everyone is finally going to get to meet you and work with you and be able to do the 2B mindset. And I do believe that. I think every coach needs to do this. I mean, it's part of our job to know this program and to understand this program so you can confidently share it with the right people in your network, in your audience, and in your family and with your coaches. And so going through this program and understanding the philosophy and the 2B and everything like that is going to be something that is just going to add so much to your toolkit as a coach.
Yes. Yeah. And that's something all the coaches who've done this program have said that it has, even though it hasn't, it's they haven't been able to sell the program yet. They've found that it has helped them in their coaching business, just answer questions about people's weight struggles, and just have even just a more positive personal mindset with how they view themselves, their body, their exercises.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have Ilana in your head that's going to help you be able to give great advice and direct people. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be so helpful for you guys. So,
and also for Shakeology as well, because Shakeology really does tie in so well to the program. And I think the program also teaches you a whole new, not maybe a whole new, but maybe a whole different perspective of why Shakeology is so great and why it infuses so well into a daily lifestyle that you may not have been speaking to.
Oh yeah, because you have a video about that too, correct? About Shakeology and how it fits in. Lots of them. Great. That's wonderful. Okay. Everybody is showing you lots of love and saying,
I love you guys. I'm so excited for you to do the program. Thank you so much for coming on today. Erin, thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time today. So thanks so much, everybody. All right. Well, you guys,
really, 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 really excited for you guys.
You guys have an awesome rest of the day. I'm excited too.